Welcome, everybody. One of the best games in my childhood was definitely New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS. Even though the main game was top tier itself, an even better part of the game was the minigame section. But no matter how much I played the games as a child and no matter how good I became at them, I never found out what the maximum level of any of these minigames would be and what happens if you exceed this maximum level. So the challenge for today is clear. We play a minigame until we reach the final level, and then we play on and see what happens after the final level. To get started, we first need to choose a minigame, and since Puzzle Panel was one of my favorite games as a child, we will choose this one for today. So let's start by having a look at the game. Each level in the game consists of two grids, one on the top screen and one on the bottom screen. The goal of this minigame is to make the grid on the bottom screen match the grid on the top screen. To do this, we can click on the panels on the bottom screen, which will turn the panel itself and its surrounding panels. There are two icons on the panels, a mushroom on the top side and a cape feather on the bottom side. On the left hand side we have the number of turns which we have to take in order to solve this puzzle. And on the right hand side we have the amount of tries we have left until we fail this level. So now that we know how the game works, we can start to make a concept on how to solve this game automatically. The first step will be to make a screenshot and identify the top and the bottom grid, as well as the number of turns we have for this level. From this point we can identify the difference between the grids, which lets us calculate the panels we need to turn. Then we just have to click the correct panels and we are done. So without further ado, let's get started by making screenshots of the top and the bottom screen and get the current configuration of the grids. We will make the screenshots by using the Python library MSS. Then we will transform the screenshots to a grayscale image, which makes further calculations significantly faster. We then go over each screenshot to find the mushroom and the cape leaf panels. Now we can transform the findings into a binary grid where 0 stands for a mushroom and a 1 stands for a cape leaf. This data structure will make it quite easy to find the difference between our goal and the current situation. When we find the difference between the goal and the current situation by using a XOR operation, we get one of the three following cases. In the first case, the difference has a shape of a 2x2 grid, which means we have to click the panel in the corner of the grid. The second case is a difference of a shape of 2x3 or 3x2, which means the difference is located at the border of the grid. In this case, we have to click the middle panel of our finding, which is located at the border. And our last case is when the difference has a shape of 3x3. In this case, we just have to click the middle panel of our finding. So after we figured this out, let's implement this and test it on the game. It seems like the code works quite well on the first cases, but unfortunately there are only a few levels which have one turn. When we have a look at the levels which take multiple turns, our code fails. So let's go back to our concept and adjust our code for this. When we have to take multiple turns, there are several ways we can deal with this. The easiest and most straightforward method to deal with this would be to simulate a turn on each of the panels. And after we simulate one turn, we check if we can solve the remaining part with the code we already have. Even though this is not the best solution for this problem, I think it's still a good choice. So let's give it a try and see how far we will come with this. It seems that our implemented method is working quite well for the game. But unfortunately there comes a part where we have to take 3 turns. So let's adjust our code again for this case. To make this work, we will adjust our code that it simulates 2 turns instead of 1 as before. This should be sufficient to solve the puzzles that take 3 turns. So without further ado, let's jump right into the game and try to beat it again. So this also seems to work quite well for the game. And the best part is that it seems like that there will not be 4 or 5 turns that we have to take. So our code is basically ready to play the game. But before we will do this, let's optimize it a bit and give it a final touch by optimizing the timeouts the code will take when it waits for the next turn, the next level, and so on.
Later that same evening.
So with this done, I think it's time to beat the game. I think we should speed it up since this could really take a while.
Nice.
So we reached level 99, maybe that's the last one and we can... oh, never mind it. It goes on. So after the code played the game for a few hours, we finally reached level 999, which will surely be the last level. And it goes on. Apparently we still have a long way to go, so I think I will let this code run overnight and see where it is in the morning.
Meanwhile, nice. The next day.
After the code played the game the whole night, it reached level 9544. And since this is apparently not the last level, I think we can fast forward to level 9999 and see if this is maybe the last level. We finally reached level 9999 and I hope this will be the last level, since this recording is taking quite a long time. And it seems like that this is the last level. Even though the game goes on, the level count doesn't increase anymore. So I think we have beaten the game, and yeah, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and comment down below what I should do next. So see you in the next one.